WRTR Real Talk Radio. Featured guest DJs, original shows, music news, the hottest DJs from around the world.
All right, and we back, bitches, like boomerangs for this week's WRTR Real Talk Radio. Welcome back for another week of y'all's bullshit. My name is Marcus Smoot.
My name is Miss Lyric Bravado.
And it's your boy Tigger Man.
Oh. Okay, well, on that note, what vibe you repping this week, sir?
I am wonderful.
I see.
I am wonderful.
I see.
Stayed home today. I didn't go into work. I actually worked from home today. I was supposed to go into work, but I was like, nah, I'm staying home so I can get some stuff done and good to go now.
We noticed. We saw you weren't doing any work.
Yeah. Anyways. My why. My why.
Anyways, Miss Lyric.
It's better than I was last week. I say that much.
Okay.
I just feel like my mood is up and down because one minute I'll be cool and then the next minute somebody's doing something to aggravate me. So a little bit all over the place. People just need to leave me alone.
Leave her alone, goddamn.
I am literally unproblematic. I don't bother people, and I don't know who's doing what, but somebody keeps messing with me. And until I figure it out, it's going to be a problem.
Well,
it's going to be up and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that sounded very intimidating. It's a good thing. Who does gangster? You do.
Hey.
All right, so my week has been very stand still and observish. You know what I'm saying?
I know it's like what does it mean? You're standing still observing everything?
It's right there in the name. What is that? What are you eating?
A chili cheese meat stick. And you know what I just got finished eating?
A meat stick?
No, I just literally just got finished eating a chili cheese dog.
Wow.
A meat stick.
Great minds think alike.
Hey.
Both of y'all
sausages.
Y'all gonna be shitting. Both of y'all gonna be shitting.
No, I'm not.
We good.
Because I'm gonna wash it down with a little bit of the.
Yo, I haven't had none of that in a long time. I used to drink that all the time.
Oh yeah, those are the ones that are like really potent. Yeah.
Capriccio.
They ain't getting no free promo. Fuck no.
Hey.
Anyways, my week, like, I don't know, like this whole Kendrick Drake thing though. This is what's got my week. Like, just kind of stand back and I'm watching people, and like I'm watching people on a local level, how they move. I'm watching people on a national level and how they move. I've, been in contact with a couple of friends out there that are doing good, but others that are doing not so good. Shout outs to y'all. Things will get better. And just be wary out here in these music circles of
for real.
Grimy people.
For real.
Yeah.
For real.
The shade
a lot of
is so
people.
real.
Yeah.
For real.
Not to mention the fact, it's a thing. Like, honestly, jealousy happens.
Yeah.
But we ain't even gonna get into that. Anyways, black sex.
I'm gonna get into these nuts.
Oh,
my God.
Nuts. Oh, you like nuts.
She got pistachios.
I just had my meat stick, now I have to have my nuts.
I got my nuts. Look, we think alike. I got my nuts too.
Oh, well, at least you both are thorough.
My nuts.
Okay.
Meat and nuts. Meat and nuts. Well, there's today's show.
Thank you.
Planters.
Meat and nuts. That's what I'm naming the show.
Yeah.
Good. I can
All
go
right,
first.
so
I'll
go for it then.
History thing to read. All right. The first Black history thing that I'm going to talk about is a lady by the name of Clara Hale. Who is Clara Hale, you ask? Well, she is a woman who cared for over 500 children in her lifetime. She founded the Hale House, the first care center for infants born addicted to drugs.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
She raised her children in Harlem, New York. She developed a deep sympathy for abandoned and neglected children, and she started all of this in the 1940s, where she began providing short-term and long-term care for community children in her home. She also found permanent homes for homeless children and taught parents essential parenting skills. In 1960, she became a licensed foster parent, providing care for hundreds of children in her home.
Wow.
Her success as a foster parent earned her the affectionate nickname of Mother Hale. In 1969, at the age of 64, she became the foster parent of an infant addicted to cocaine. Ooh. She responded to needs of the other children with this affliction by founding a groundbreaking foster care program in Harlem called the Hale House. The Respite Care program also provided training to drug-addicted mothers on how to improve the health of their chemically dependent babies. Let's see. In 1980s, she expanded her Hale House services to include care for infants stricken with HIV and those who's lost their parents to AIDS. By 91, the house had approximately 1,000 infants and toddlers.
Wow.
During her career, she received multiple honors and awards for her community service. She passed away December 18th, 1992 in New York City at the age of 87.
Wow.
You know what?
Not before 1985 during his State of the Union. President Ronald Reagan referred to her as an American hero for her commitment to at-risk children. So
I know that's right.
Wow.
Another one in the books.
That's
and I never knew that.
Yeah,
so my black ass learned that shit today.
I know that's right.
Nice. Let me tell you, because just you said 500. Jesus Christ,
and that's just in her home.
That's what I'm saying. And just think, that many children needing that much help in one person being able to do so in their lifetime. Think about all these children out here that maybe don't have the opportunity. Wow, shout outs to her. That warms my heart.
Yeah, shout outs.
May she rest in peace.
That's awesome. That is
absolutely awesome. So I'm going a little more local this week for mine, mainly because it's not off. Well, I ain't even gonna say local. You know what? I'm not gonna do that one. I'm gonna do the one instead, because I don't get to say nice things about Florida on this podcast a lot. So
Florida.
Yes. Okay.
Florida.
In a heartwarming display of elegance and empowerment, nearly 100 African American boys from Icon Preparatory School recently attended the annual 2024 Brothers United Building Brothers Alliance, or BUBBA, B-U-B-B-A. The Sons, yep, they were in suits. There was a community awards thing that was held in Tampa. They dressed like kings. I saw the pictures. These gentlemen were
I did see that.
Did you?
I saw that.
Yep, I saw that. They were some confident brothers. I was like, all right. That kind of made me think, you know what? Some of y'all, maybe y'all, didn't eat paint chips and raise these people right.
You know what?
I'm just saying, because it's the exception rather than the norm. And I want to see more of that. Wow. That was awesome, though. Just to watch. Oh, look at God. What you got, Tigger?
Okay. Mine? Okay. An 18-year-old black teen makes history, graduates with a doctorate degree. Dorothy Jean Tillman, an 18-year-old African-American teen from Chicago who has graduated with a doctorate degree in behavioral health from Arizona State University. This is the fourth college degree that she has earned since she began her college journey when she was just 10 years old. 10 years old. She after being homeschooled by her mother, Tillman had an early start to college. At just 11 years old, Tillman earned her associate's degree, followed by her bachelor's degree at 13 years old, and her master's degree at the age of 14 years old.
Damn.
Exactly.
Oh, right.
Her determination and passion for learning led her to pursue her doctorate, which she obtained when she was only 17 years old after successfully defending her dissertation. Wow.
You're defending dissertations at 17, and at 14, you were getting degrees. Do you know what? At That's 14, crazy. I was still trying to figure out long division, I think.
I was getting in trouble. I was getting in trouble.
Of course.
Damn, what was I doing at 14?
I was fighting. I was getting in trouble at 14.
None of us were doing anything productive, so shout out. Man, this youth, it's just...
Because people was picking with me, so I had to defend my...
I think I was fighting too.
Look, she had to defend her dissertation. I had to defend myself from being bullied. So,
Are you sure?
I'm very sure.
I know what I was doing at 14 now.
She said she was fine.
I was being transferred from public school to private school because some bitches had tried to jump me. And I said I was going to take a knife to school and cut each and every one of them.
Oh my God, this so astounding. I mean, it started off so positive. We tried. And then, here we stand. This is where we
story though. Y'all motherfuckers wasn't going to jump me.
Period.
Not that day.
All right, let's find out what other shenanigans she would do on If It Were Lyric. Up next. Hold on. We'll be right back.
I'm back with another episode of Secrets I Almost Kept. Okay, so this one's kind of like a 2-for-1. So I'm going to tell you a secret that my family really wouldn't like exposed, and then a secret that I've kept hidden from my family for all these years. So whenever I was younger, we moved to this town that was predominantly black. And it wasn't till I moved to that town that I discovered my stepdad was very racist. And there's 3 instances I'm going to talk about. So the first one is whenever we very first moved there, I started dating our neighbor Jarrett, and I was so excited. And I went home and I told my mom and my stepdad, like, I have a boyfriend. Well, my neighbor was black, and my stepdad sat me down and said, my daughter will not date a insert N-word here. So the next day he made me break up with him. Then there was another incident where we had all went to my uncle's pool and we were swimming, and I sat down next to this guy named Courtney in like a little shallow end of the pool, and we're just talking, and my stepdad comes and yanks me out of the pool, whoops my ass, and tells me again how his daughter will not be associating with insert N-word here. And then the third incident was on homecoming. We had a bonfire at our school. And for whatever reason, my family thought that they had seen me in a car with this guy named PJ. And whenever I got home, they whooped my ass because he was a black guy. So here's my side of the secret. I wasn't fucking Jarrett, I wasn't fucking PJ, and I wasn't fucking Courtney. However, I was fucking almost every other black dude in that town because your girl was a hoe. Y'all just had the wrong black dudes. So there's that. And I just want to add this last part for my family. The night of the bonfire for homecoming, you're right. I was not at the bonfire, but you're wrong because I wasn't in the car with PJ. I was out in the woods with a dude named Leyland. So now y'all know.
Maybe not what you should do, but definitely she would. If it were lyric.
What's up, you guys?
Oh my God.
I'm so sorry. We were being inappropriate before we came back, but
incredibly inappropriate.
It were lyric.
Very.
My segment where we discussed all of your relationship, situationship, and friendship advice, and I give my 2 cents. I need all of you guys to continue sending me your advice questions to my Gmail at lyricbravado@gmail.com. Or feel free to inbox it on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, wherever the case may be, on all my social media platforms.
Yeah.
Except for the nasty ones, because, I don't be doing all of that. Anyway, let's get into it. My first one would like to be anonymous, and it reads, Dear Lyric, hey girl, hey. I just have one quick question. My boyfriend doesn't have any friends to hang out with. He never does. And so he usually hangs out with me and my friends. They like him and don't mind him around, but having him there all the time is annoying. Sometimes I just want it to be me and the girls, and then when he's here, I constantly have to make sure he's having a good time. Is it normal to not want your girlfriend out with her friends alone? They're good girls and we're grown and we never do anything crazy or hoish. We have a trip coming up where everyone wants to go to the lake house, but just us. And I'm scared to even ask him because I know the reaction. He always thinks we're going out and going to be all up in some dude's face. I just don't understand it. I've never done that and he knows I would. I can't ever do anything with them without him around. Is that normal or is that controlling for a boyfriend to be like that? What should I do? Girl, you be answering. Y'all be answering your own letters. Absolutely, that's controlling. That's a red flag. If you don't want him there, you don't have to have him there. He needs to find some friends of his own or stay home. Like, he doesn't have to be everywhere where you girls are going because he feel like he got to keep tabs on you. That's not normal, nor is it healthy. Everybody gets in these relationships and thinks that they have to change and it just be them in the relationship. No, you still have to be your own person outside of that relationship and have your own interests and do your own things and then come together. That's why there's a thing where the old people used to say, give some time to miss each other. Because if you're constantly together all the fucking time, that could get annoying. And that could even break a relationship. You have to have some space for each other. Tell him, no, find something to do. Send him, matter of fact, send him on a trip while you go on a trip.
Send him on the trip. No, he pays for his own trip.
Consumed about what you doing.
Get him a group.
Girl, you don't got to ask that man for nothing. He is not your judge or jury. He is not your probation or parole officer. Girl, go on your trip and tell him he got to stay home, period. And if he don't understand that, then girl, that's a red flag. If he's controlling this, he's going to control other aspects of your life. And run. Don't walk. Run away.
Run away.
Get worse.
Run away.
Y'all be crazy.
Anybody got time for that?
What Murray sang? Her song, "Run Away, Love." Run away, love.
Period.
Yeah. All right. So mine is from Dorinda.
That's a pretty name.
Dorinda. She says, "Hi, Lyric. I am 45, on my own home. And oh gosh, I'm sorry. Let me start over. Okay, so dear Lyric, I'm 45, on my own home. Randall is 43, lives with me and pays me rent. We used to be a couple. But COVID caused too much togetherness. Remember, you just talking about that on yours. Too much togetherness. He's in a spare bedroom now. My house is cheaper for him than anywhere else he could go. I was trying to be nice. The problem is, he talks down to me. I want to have the interior of the house professionally painted, and he insists we should paint it ourselves. It'll be
foul.
Right.
No, I mean foul ball. Right.
We were testing paint samples on the wall and disagreed over which shade of white to choose. He tells me I should.
None of them white.
Can I get finished?
I hate it.
He tells
this is just bad.
He tells me I should defer to him and ends up swearing. And when I ask him to stop, he says I'm overreacting. This is why we are not a couple. I arranged to have the house painted, and he continues to chastise me for it. It's my house. I want to ask him to move. I feel like he's taking advantage of me. He has more stuff in my house and garage than I do. I'm a minimalist, and all of his stuff drives me crazy. How did I get into this situation? How do I get out of it? And how do I avoid it in the future?
First of all, you allowed it by allowing him to move in.
Exactly.
Now you're going to have to unallow it by going to the courts and filing some papers. Because guess what? He does have rights in your house. You can't just put him out and just be done with that. Guess what? Because you can get in trouble for that. Yeah, he has rights as a tenant. So until you do what you need to do as a landlord, because that's what you are, really, a landlord living with your roommate. You're gonna have to you're gonna have to get a lawyer. That's one thing that I recommend. If you don't have enough money, they do have, aid for that. But you're gonna have to get a lawyer. You're gonna have to go down to the courts, and you're gonna have to petition the courts for removal, and wait for that court date to come. In the meantime, that's your house.
Right.
You don't have no say so over if you want to paint the walls green. You are obligated to do that. You don't have to ask not a motherfucking soul, because guess what? That's your house. And y'all not together, so you don't have to ask him for shit.
Right.
You being courteous and gracious enough because he's living within that space. But guess what? The end of the day, that's your decision. So you hold on to that decision. I mean, I ain't off the record. You did want to move this process on a little faster. You could go down and say, he hit me. Get you a nice, good old protective order.
Do not do that.
And they're going to remove him expeditiously. But I cannot say, don't say I told you that, though. I'm just saying. I'm going out there. I heard that's what some of these women do.
Yeah, or she can just go down there and say she feels threatened by him because he's yelling and cursing at her. She keeps telling him to stop.
Hey, there you go.
There you go, and that's true.
Don't say you heard it from me, because I ain't tell you to do that.
But
I'm just saying.
But
that's what I heard.
That's what
the girlies
is doing
stupid.
To get people about that.
Don't you do that nonsense.
No,
I'm just saying.
All she got to say is she feels threatened because he's been cursing at her and yelling at her, and she's been like,
and he's unpredictable. He has anger problems.
Exactly.
Yeah, so, I don't know what he's gonna do next.
You don't want
try to do something to me in my sleep. You didn't hear this from me though, girl. Okay, Brenda, you didn't hear this from me. I'm just saying the girlies had said this is something that has been done before.
Lord.
I can't say, I agree or disagree. I'm just putting it out there. Now, if you choose to hop up on it, then that's your decision.
Yep.
But yeah, girl, go down to the courts and handle your business.
All the devices, this is for entertainment purposes only. Don't go out there. You know this bullshit we be telling y'all. Protect the business there.
Yep, because I listen, I'm not being responsible for none of y'all first 48 issues, okay? Don't put my name in it. My name is Bennett. I ain't in that. Period.
All right. Here's okay, this is interesting. All right, dear Lyric, hopefully this reaches you guys so you will read it.
Oh.
I tried to be fun because, girl, some of the letters I hear you guys read are off the chain. Like, bitch, go to therapy. Are you a therapist? That is so perfect because no, she's not. But just fun advice. Again, entertainment purposes only. All right. Anyways, here it is. I have a childhood bestie that I have been friends with since kindergarten. All throughout junior and even into high school, we were together. After I left for college, we went our separate ways. We always stayed friends and have developed a wonderful lifetime friendship. My man hates it. Every time my bestie comes or calls, I'm always afterwards with sly remarks and accusations like things can happen between us simply by virtue of us being friends. I have no plans on losing my friend or my man. If it were you, how would you move? You can call me, you can use Dina as my name, and yes, they have black people in Indiana. Probably
so I couldn't get all of it because it kept cutting in and out, but what I gathered was that the man has a problem with the best friend dynamic. So what? Guess what? He don't have to like her. As long as y'all have that connection and y'all maintain this friendship, so be it. Carry on. Tell him not too much on my best friend. That's what you need to tell him. Not too much on her. Because guess what? After you, she gonna be here. Before you, she gonna be here. During our time, this season that we have together, she's gonna be here. So not too much on her. Period.
There you go.
You don't have to even entertain that. You just tell him straight up. Like, listen, I know you may have your feelings about her, but that's my best friend. So this is what it is. She's been good to me. We've been friends all this time. And I don't want to hear any negativity. If you have anything to say negative about her, I would appreciate it more if you kept it to yourself.
I'm kind of glad that it did cut out. Am I still cutting out, or can you hear me?
No,
I can hear you now.
Okay, so since I'm not cutting out anymore, does your perspective change since the friend is actually a dude?
No.
Okay, so her friend, she's saying that she's been friends with this. They were childhood sweethearts, I guess, and like it just changed into besties in their adult years. So now every time he calls or texts or anything, her boyfriend has a problem with it, and she gets accusations of maybe cheating. So that's what I'm just saying.
First of all, let's normalize that the opposite sex can be just platonic friends without anything going on.
Yep.
Absolutely. I have male friends
that
are heterosexual. That I've
Wait a minute, are you cheating on us? Are you cheating on us?
No.
Do you have other gay friends?
No, but I'm just saying that I've never messed with. That's what I'm saying for me. I've never messed with them, ever.
Right.
Never took it there. Never even had a thought of taking it there. Just good people. Sometimes you have those type of connections, and people got to really get out of their ego thinking that, oh, this person's going to do this and this, that, and the third. You're being insecure at the end of the day. Like, if introductions are made and you're making it out in the open, like there's nothing going on and you've already reassured, like at the end of the day, you got to just trust that. If you don't have trust, you ain't got nothing.
Yep.
There you go.
Period.
There you go.
Did you have another one?
Okay, I can do this one. Okay. This one, anonymous. Okay. Dear Larry, our daughter-in-law is morally corrupt, egotistical, and a narcissist.
Sounds like me.
For almost a year, she has been blatant about having an affair and has abused and disrespected our son and two of her three daughters. She has taken immunerable vacations over the years without our son. When they are together at home, she constantly puts him down and psychologically abuses him, usually in front of his younger daughters. She tries to meet her boyfriend whenever possible. Usually she sends him a text and then goes shopping. If my son is around to watch the kids, she'll just leave. If she's home, she has long phone conversations with the boyfriend, and even though the children are present. The oldest daughter knows what's happening, and she has told her dad as much. The funny thing is, his wife thinks no one knows what's going on when we all know what's going on. All we can do is encourage our son to get a lawyer. That's probably just what she wants, so she can make him the bad guy. Do you have any suggestions?
Yeah, everybody needs to team up and document. Send it to him. If y'all trying to help him. Because I'm sure he knows. But at the end of the day, nobody's going to leave the situation until they're ready. So if he's allowing all of this stuff to happen, it's because he's allowing it.
Yeah.
The only thing you can do as a parent is wish for them the best and don't have her at your house.
Yeah.
That's the only thing you can do. Because guess what? He's grown. He made the decision to stay in a situation that was toxic and unhealthy, and with a person who constantly disrespects and cheats on him. He's still there, right?
Yep.
She's still allowed to do whatever she wants because she doesn't care. She's doing it out in the open because she does not care. So what I would do is document. Start filming. Taking pictures.
Wow.
Screenshot text messages. Phone records. She can't make him out to be a bad guy if there's nothing there. The proof is always going to be in the pudding, and the truth is always the truth, regardless of how many people try to bury it. You know? That's what I recommend.
There you have it.
There you have it.
And that's all that I have today. You guys continue to send me your advice questions to my Gmail, lyricbravado@gmail.com, and DM me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and all the rest of the social media platforms.
Great. So, on a scale from 1 to 10, how much BS happened in the week today, Tigger? Or this week, Tigger?
A few.
In the news.
A couple of things. A couple of things.
Alrighty, on a scale from 1 to 10, a couple of things. Up next, trolling with Tigger Man.
Hey, it's stupid.
Your mom is white.
My mother is not white.
Is your mom?
Everyone's talking about how Shannon Sharp clearly wasn't prepared to interview somebody like Amanda Seales. I'm gonna hold y'all hand when I say this. He ain't prepared to interview nobody. Maybe with the exceptions of like other athletes. And this is not even me trying to insult him. Unc has created some of the most iconic cultural moments in the short time he has had that platform. Good for him. He's also good at picking people to interview because he always chooses celebrities that are so dynamic and interesting that they damn near interview themselves. But every time I watch an interview of his, it becomes clear that not only is he not a good interviewer, he's not a good conversationalist, period. Watching him gaslight Amanda about her own experiences with racism, wild. Watching him confidently assert that woman has a white mama when she has 2 black parents, meaning he don't even thoroughly research his guests, laughable. There were other portions that were a bit more tolerable, like the tidbit about Candace Owens. But either way, Lil Shay Shay just doesn't have the range. Just like Joe Budden and The Breakfast Club did not have the range to thoroughly challenge Candace Owens when she came on their platforms. And you don't even gotta be that smart to debunk her. If we want the work of actual journalists, we need to start seeking and supporting actual journalists.
If it's on your timeline, he's already seen it. Time to troll with Tigger Man.
Hey. Welcome to this week's segment of Trolling with your boy Tigger Man. Tigger Man. Now, I know when you hear trolling, you're thinking celebrity gossip. Well, it does include celebrity gossip, but it also includes international news, local news, and what goes down your bedroom. So first, we have rapper Lil Baby. So, Tuesday, he was filming a music video down in Atlanta. And then all of a sudden, it was all these fire shotguns. Somebody just started shooting like crazy during the video, his video. And so there was video footage that was obtained, and it just shows the staffers setting up filming the filming equipment, and then all of a sudden somebody just starts shooting just because automatic. Yeah, it was
this like an audience? Was it like an audience member or?
No. So basically, like I said, shots start being fired from a semi-automatic. So it was just like multiple shots back to back.
Wow. And
the cameraman was ducking and running and everything. And come to find out, it wasn't nobody. Supposedly it wasn't nobody from the none of his staff or anything like that. Supposedly there was some other people that was nearby that was also shooting the video, and somebody from there started shooting. Supposedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. So yeah, it says a group of men apparently were pretending to they was pretending to do a music video content and started shooting and then flew off in a white car.
I can't.
So they could have been shooting at him. That's probably allegedly, I don't know, but yeah. Okay.
This reminds me of that cartoon, that new Good Time cartoon, where the baby be pulling up and the babies are all gangsters and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and so next I have Fat Joe. So Fat Joe is basically raising money and sending it down to Haiti due to all the gang feud and everything that's going on down there. And so him and a female rapper, her name's Zoe Dollars. She's
never
Haitian.
heard of her.
She's actually on oh my gosh,
crack.
Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I'm sorry. She's on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
I don't watch that no more.
Okay, so yeah, she's on that show right now. And so they've he has a whole organization going that's called Fat Joe and Friends Relief for Haiti. And so they just basically raising money and sending it down to provide food to the country, because everything that's going on down there, and they're like very poor. So he's donating things and contributing donations and sending it down there for them. So that's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next up we have rapper Corey Leray. Is it Leray? Yeah, Corey Leray. Yeah.
I don't know that one either.
Yeah, you do. What's her song? What's her Lord, what is her damn song? I know you know her
I
love
wouldn't
song
know
lyric. What's her song?
Well,
anyway, her father is Benzino, who used to be.
I know him.
So, yeah, Benzino. Okay, so anyway, Corey Leray is publicly distancing herself from her dad Benzino for the umpteenth time. Her latest mutiny coming after a rally to free R. Kelly from prison.
Oh my God.
Yes, Benzino recently pledged his allegiance to Kelly while he was on the We in Miami podcast, calling for the incarcerated singer to get a second chance. Because
oh my God.
How many chances does this motherfucker need?
Right.
He says because in his words, one of Kelly's victims was only a couple of years below the legal limit, and he has had consent from the young woman's parents.
That does not make it legal.
Boy, I don't give a fuck. He was on tape with a 12 to 13-year-old child.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
That's not how any of this works.
He good where he at.
Y'all are really scary out here.
Yes.
And the moves that you make. And just the stuff that keeps surfacing about just creepy shit that y'all be doing out here. And we ain't even privy to it because ain't nobody thought about how sick you are. Ugh.
Exactly. I said, oh my
God. Damn, Kelly. I wish you, oh my God.
So yeah, so now she's distancing herself from her father because it makes her look bad as in a rapper out there right now.
Okay.
So that's that. Mm-hmm.
I didn't know she was still out here.
Yeah. I forget. She got a few songs out now. I forgot what her latest song is though. But but yeah. Okay. So now we got Tyrese.
Tyrese, baby.
Legal holes appear to be following him wherever he goes, but he does the bullet out in Georgia this past weekend, bailing on a concert after someone tried serving him papers.
That is like in the middle of your concert.
In the middle of his concert, he was singing in the middle of his concert, and one of the production people came up and whispered in his ear that somebody that was looking for him to serve him papers or whatever. And so while he was on the stage, he was singing, and he was like, fans, I love y'all or whatever. But he ran off the stage. But he was singing the whole time while he was running off the stage.
No.
Trying to avoid getting sued. He said, I'm out.
Why? Okay. Look here, Tyler. We don't want to hear anything after you.
And he had 3 songs left to sing.
Exactly.
Did you hear where he ended up going?
No,
I
or something.
This nigga's in Kuwait, y'all.
Kuwait.
Yeah, Kuwait.
What?
I knew that.
This nigga done took a motherfucking trip to Kuwait.
You know
he
what?
Did.
I'm done.
I want to know, like, what is
because the lawsuit was for $10 million.
We know he ain't got that.
He said, I'm gone. I'm out. He said, fuck that shit.
We know he ain't got that.
Yeah, fuck you mean? What the fuck is in Kuwait though? That's what I want to know.
That's what I want to know. Kuwait. That's crazy.
Freedom. Freedom. He can start anew. He can be a whole new person because right now he ain't doing it.
All right. Okay. So now it looks like Megan then joined the beef with Glorilla and JT now. Because they actually got into a fight with Glorilla and JT.
They still beefing?
Oh yeah, they still beefing. They've been going back and forth on social media, and now it seems like Megan done joined that beef now.
No.
So what basically happened? Glorilla and JT. I'm sorry, Glorilla and Megan had just did a video for their collaboration and song that they have together, and during the video, during the video of the song, there's one part where they both got on blonde wigs. And JT wig is tilted to the side. And she goes, "Why your wig to the side?" And then while they said that she's straight, and they both were busting out laughing. So basically what they were saying was there was a photo going around of JT with a blonde wig on, and it was tilted to the side, and people was talking about it on Facebook, like, yo, fix your wig or whatever. So every social media started taking that as they were throwing jabs at JT about her wig. I actually saw the video. In the photo, and I bust out laughing too because they were taking jabs at her. They was taking jabs at her.
How bad was it tilted though? I gotta go back and look at the picture.
You gotta look at it. Said,
are we talking?
Did they just do that?
I mean, like, what degree angle was the wig sitting? That's what I need to know.
It was sitting to the sitting to the left side? The part or whatever, the whole thing was sitting to the left side.
What is that, like a 45, 35 degree angle? I mean,
I don't know. But yeah.
Sis, she might have got roasted.
Photo. Yeah. I guess when you got time, just look at the photo and then look at that video. And you're going to bust out laughing when you see it. That joke is funny. But speaking of city girls, Young Miami is being slammed on social media for selling the gays merchandise due to past comments about wanting to spank her son if he was gay.
Oh God!
So
I forgot this bird ass bitch said that.
Yeah.
Sure.
So the other day she posted on Twitter, surprise. She says, "Surprise! Drop this Friday, May 17th, in celebration of Pride Month coming this June. This is one of the gays." She says. A portion of the proceeds will be donated to GLAAD for LGBTQ programming. So basically, she some of her merchandise or whatever she's going to be selling during Pride or whatever, and she's going to be donating it to GLAAD, the GLAAD, for the whole programming thing or whatever. So.
I mean, is she trying to apologize? What is she doing this for?
I don't know, but I know when she posted it on social media, they was coming for her. Some people was like, "What?" Well, I mean, that was in the past. That was something she said in the past, and Her best friend is gay. Her best friend is Saucy Santana. So
yeah, but see, you can't pull that when it comes to the whole gay politics because see, people pull that. Oh, I got gay friends. I'm not homophobic kind of bullshit that white people do if they want black friends.
Yeah,
so
and Saucy said the same thing too because they were actually. I think they was they went live and they was talking, and Saucy said the same thing too. He said, "Well, if I had a son, I wouldn't want him to be gay either."
Saucy,
or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's what that. So she's being trashed on social media about that. Okay. So next I have Mary J. Blige. Mary has launched her highly anticipated boot line with the luxury brand Giuseppe. The singer made the announcement at her concert on May 11th at the Barclays Center in New York City. Her boot collection is called the Mary Boot. And they are thigh high.
Wow.
You know that.
Everything that you could have called.
The Mary Boot.
Who named this? Me? Like, who named this?
Yes.
That's not something I would have named. The Marcus Boot.
The Marcus.
Or something like, because I didn't have a creative name. Oh, okay. But you know what? Mary's not exactly known for making great decisions, because y'all remember crispy chicken, fresh lettuce, 3 cheeses, French dressing. Yeah, all of that.
Okay, so next we have Diddy's son, Christian, aka King Combs. He is now deep in the 2024 rap wars. He just recently dropped a diss track tackling rumors about the federal raid that occurred and taking aims at his father's biggest rival, 50 Cent. So he had a few disses to 50 Cent in his little diss track and everybody else that's been talking about his father. And so that's been airing all over social media. And I think 50 Cent just clapped back at him too, if I'm not mistaken.
See, I don't know how to
know you defending your pedophile, sex trafficking.
And you know what? I don't know how I feel about like when it comes to kids defending their daddy publicly against some allegations like that, because you're always gonna believe your parents, but I don't. Well, not always, but you know what I'm saying. Like kids are generally prone to believe their parents. I don't know.
Yeah. He can get dragged too.
Oh, I'm not saying he can't get dragged. He can definitely get that ass handed to him. Absolutely can, but I mean, especially for that kind of fuck shit. But he's not doing it himself. Has he been alleged? No, I don't think so.
No.
So he's not necessarily doing. So I don't know. Kind of feels funny.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, a couple of his kids is named in there for being present at some of them parties and stuff.
Yeah, but see, being present and being a kid, it's kind of.
He's not a kid.
I don't know.
He's an adult.
But he's grown.
And he can be charged as one too if they find out information that he was involved. So
exactly. Yeah, that is true.
Sorry.
That is true. Yeah, that is true.
All right. Well, I've been trying to say nice things.
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay.
No.
You stupid. No. So in some local news, Howard University's graduation ended mid-ceremony after attendees who were not allowed entry caused commotion. According to sources, after the auditorium reached capacity, the families who were left outside became agitated. The loved ones of the College of Nursing and Allied Health Science graduates gathered at Crampton Auditorium to see them receive their diplomas. However, many were denied admission. Howard University officials stopped letting people inside to abide by the building's fire code. This upset the families who wanted to see their family members walk across the stage. As the procession of graduates began, people could be heard chanting, "Let us in, let us in." Additionally, some tried to force their way inside. During the keynote address, there was banging. As the ceremony continued, someone broke a glass door. Furthermore, this ultimately resulted in the graduation being canceled.
Not the insurrection on the Capitol, yikes.
Yes. I said, wow. And I'm like, hold on. They know what their capacity is. So everybody that was graduating should have had a limit of tickets that they can send to.
This is Howard, and we know niggas. So,
right.
Let's be realistic. Let's not act like they wasn't about to crowd up in there. I don't care how many tickets. That is my cousin. That is my cousin, yes. And I am going. I'm going to watch. Because that's how we are as a people. So I see this. I see this playing out. I ain't gonna say which side I'm on, but I can see the whole situation and setup. So here we sit.
True. Okay, and I got some international news for you. Okay, the government in Peru has officially changed its laws to legally classify transgender, non-binary, and intersex people as mentally ill. And advocacy groups are pissed. Peru's president Dina Boluarte signed the decree into law last week, categorizing gender identities as outright mental illness, with the country's health minister claiming it will guarantee full coverage of medical attention for mental health for trans people. Despite the change, the health ministry insists the law change will not force trans individuals into conversion therapy.
Okay, so the way that the world works and trans people, so trans people already to be classified as the gender that they identify, they already have to go through years and years of psychological evaluation, of counseling. Then they have to get witnesses from those around them that actually profess that they are the people that they say they are, that they are how they identify. Like, it's a process. You just don't wake up one morning and decide to be the opposite gender. There's an actual process for the process to be legalized. Furthermore, never once in any of that is a whole medical diagnosis where these people are crazy or mentally ill. It's not how it works. But you would know that if you read things, which y'all don't. So this is why we are in these predicaments. This is why things like this continue to happen. This is why the normal basis, people just wanting to be who they are. This is why this is challenged on a regular basis. So there you go. Hopefully you learned something. You probably won't, but there was it.
And last but not least, Whoopi Goldberg.
What did Whoopi do?
Earlier this week, the EGOT Award winner,
what did Whoopi do?
Sat down with Don Lemon for an exclusive interview on his YouTube channel. Goldberg and Lemon chatted about her new book, Bits and Pieces, My Mother, My Brother, and Me. The award-winning actress also opened up about her thoughts on marriage and how she prefers hit and runs instead of long-term relationships.
Okay.
She continued to explain that she currently doesn't have time to entertain relationships and doesn't want to be married. Goldberg also stated that enjoying hit and runs doesn't make you a bad person.
It doesn't. And you know what? I laughed at this. I don't care. Whoopi's still getting that stank knocked off. That's right. You or what? Because let me tell you something. If Oprah has taught us nothing, it is that women are going to do what they do, and they're going to do it independently. Like, that's why all these dudes now are shook. That's why they going through so much and they all fucked up in the head, because right now women out earn us on average.
Yeah.
And brothers are feeling a certain type of way because now you got to bring something more than dick to the table, because this woman can take care of herself. It is what it is. And y'all are shook. Y'all out here. And things like Whoopi, oh my God, what do you mean? A hit and run? A woman? No. Meanwhile, y'all fuck 4 or 5 people in one day. And get out of my face. Whatever.
Yes.
Go, Whoopi, go.
You stupid. And
I don't know about that other bullshit you said in the week, but that at least that was
Whoopi
good.
said, "Oh yeah." Also, I forgot about. Oh shoot. Y'all. You know that they didn't put Oprah Winfrey's woman on the cover of Sports Illustrated.
Oprah
Winfrey's woman. And she got a whole a spread inside. A Sports
You said
Illustrated
what?
Oprah Winfrey's woman. Oprah woman.
Oh,
Miss Gayle King.
Shut up.
Y'all can see it. She's on the cover of Sports Illustrated. She is she's on the cover of Sports Illustrated magazine, and she has a spread inside. Look at it, and she look high as fuck in the face. I saw this and said, "No, wait a minute."
See, I'm trying to have a good day. Depression's trying to leave me alone. And here you come with this bullshit.
You, she's on there. She's on the cover of Sports Illustrated magazine.
It has to be fake.
No, it's not. It's not. It's a couple of pictures. It's a couple of pictures.
You sure?
In her bathing suit.
Bitch!
Told you.
Oh my God.
Don't she look high as hell in the face?
Them eyes. No, but she always look like that though. She always look a little confused.
Yeah.
She always look a little confused. It is what it is.
Yeah. But anyway, that wraps it up for this week's segment of Trolling with your boy Tickle.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I have it. I saw it. Them eyes.
It's several different pictures. It's several different pictures though.
It's been heavily retouched.
It's on the heavy. All right. Speaking of heavy things, my segment this week is called BBL Niggies.
Oh my God. I cannot.
Shit's getting weird. Part infinity. Live streamers allegedly bust prominent Hollywood producer Herschel Allen Weingrod during interaction with a minor. Now, I didn't know who this was until I looked him up. This is Herschel Weingrod, okay? Looking at him, still don't know who the fuck he is. So then I took a look at his IMDb page and I said, what kind of producer is he? And so he's worked on both Space Jams, Teen Titans Go, Kindergarten Cop 2, and many other movies. But enough of all that. Let's go ahead and watch the video.
Name? Who are you? Why are you suing my fucking daughter? What's your name? What is your name? Boris. My name is Boris. Boris?
Boris Herschel Weingrod? Shit, when they start lying, it's a dead giveaway.
My hand. What's the problem? Why are you suing my daughter? You know how old she is? I have no idea. You have no idea? I have no idea. You have no idea? No. What you thought was going to happen here? Nothing. We're going to have a pizza. I don't know. Pizza? Yeah, you don't know? How old is she? Red. You know how old she is? I matched with her. She was 23. 23. Is that what the conversation looked like? You know what the text messages? She was 23 on a dating site. On a dating site? Yes. Yeah? Yeah, she was 23 on a dating site. How old is she? I have no idea. Lila, how old are you? 15. I'm sorry. She was 23 on a dating site. All we've done is... So she didn't tell you how old she was? She did. She did? Yeah. How old is she? She said she was 15. How did she tell you how old she actually is? She said she's 15. She said she's 15. Why are you here? Why are you sitting here? I'm just having a... With a 15-year-old? Having a pizza. Piece of pizza with a fucking 15-year-old. It's not against the law. It's not against the law? No. Is that all you spoke about to her? We've just been...
That's how you know they're going to start lying. When they can't find the words, is that all you talked about with her?
We've just been talking. Really? Yeah, we've been talking and flirting. It's not a big deal.
We've been talking and flirting. It's not a big deal. Words like that lets me know he's done this shit before. And probably for decades.
Really? Yeah, we've been talking and flirting. It's not a big deal. Where are you going?
My friend, why are you running? Why do they always run? They're trying to escape accountability. My friend, they should just space jam the prison cell shut. It's up for y'all in 2024, man. Listen. It's over. All that shit, he old as hell too. All that shit he used to do back in the day, that shit is over with, my boy. My mama used to say this saying, 99 days for the thief, 1 day for the owner. And that's all. You cooked.
Marcus has your glimpse into a world without seasoning.
All right, we're back. And listen, I'm calling this segment BBL Niggas. Why? Because this whole beef between Kendrick Lamar and Drake, it's like sparked so much debate. And it's just overall created this analysis, like with the hip hop community, with everybody who's having their insights on this conversation and how it takes us, you know, as a society. Because like you have two grown men right now arguing and going at one another over things like being dogs, over things like beating women, over things like denying children, conversations that people should be having and really get missed. But now you have it on a mainstream scale, so it's happening, it's playing out to where people are actually having these conversations, and it's like this whole thing with BBL Drizzy, this thing being released, and all of these raps that have come through TikTok. And because you guys heard about Metro Beats, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So they released that BBL Drizzy sound as a usable sound. So the social media crowd has been like grabbing this, and they've just been going nuts with it. I've seen so many creative videos out here with people like talking about social change and climate, and how they're even like Kendrick and Drake, this whole beef, they're using words like T and you know, they're using gay lingo. And I've seen stuff like where they're like, okay, so you call us faggots, you say all these other things, but then every chance y'all get, y'all running to use our lingo. What's going on? Like, it's challenging people, and it's having the kind of conversation that, you know, it makes my nipples hard, because I love these kind of talks. Sorry to make you spit out stuff. No, honestly, I love having talks that inspire like people's creative thought, that do something else. Like, we're tired of this boring shit, this everyday nonsense that y'all try to perpetuate, and it's nonsense. We're over it. Let's move on. Let's do something different. But I love how this debate is going. I love the fact that Mr. Morale is back on the Billboard charts, like, because half of the people that need to hear it are actually listening to it now. So it's great. I love it. And yeah, I wrote a think piece about it, but it just wasn't feeling like it was feeling. So anyways, I kind of freestyled that one. And like I said, I'll call it BBL Niggies. Anyway. No, because this segment is like my think, like, okay, so one of the things that I'm trying to get back into is my writing. And it's one of those things that it's use or lose. You become more rusty over the years if you don't write. So I've challenged myself by writing a think piece every week as something that keeps my mind going. It keeps me, you know, positive. It keeps things moving in the right direction. So thought I'd share that with y'all. Anyways, up next, second half of the show, we'll be back on WRTR Real Talk Radio. Why do I sound like I'm back on the air? This is a podcast. Stop it.
Y'all don't find it weird that people that don't like your content or don't agree with who you are just be down in the comments just talking? I mean, book report talking. Like, bitch, you shouldn't be in the comments. You should be at the doctor, because something is wrong. And then, you know, when you go to somebody else's page and you comment on their content or something, you at the person and everything. Here come this other bitch that you don't even know atting you, talking about, well, I think. First of all, bitch, who are you? Stranger danger. Somebody dial 911. Bitch, I'm being harassed. Who is this bitch? I don't even know you. I wasn't even talking to you. Bitch, this is a two-way, not a three. Click.
Take us to work. Take us on the go. Take us wherever you go. WRTR Real Talk Radio.
Inside, second half of the show on WRTR. So, welcome back. Here we go. So, looking at the emails, I got an interesting letter from somebody that wanted to remain anonymous, but wrote this dope ass rap song about buying black and sent it to us. So I felt special. I felt seen. They wrote a rap song about buying black, and I thought it was kind of neat. So I thought I would share it. Let's see. Let's see.
I have thoughts even before you start.
Go ahead. Oh my God.
First of fucking all, I tried to buy black last week. Right? Tried to support a black business owner last week, and what the fuck happened? I ended up wasting almost $400 fucking dollars on a nasty, dirty ass. Let me stop. Going to that car dealership that was full of shit, full of dirty, disgusting. It gives y'all just repoed the cars and put them on the lot because you didn't even bother cleaning the inside. They were filthy and stinky, and all of this was from a black business owner. So I'm about to be cautious all the way across the motherfucking board now because some of y'all hoes can't be trusted. Period. Chuck. Wow. Sorry. I'm still salty. That's a lot of fucking money.
Yep. It kind of makes it hard to pivot into something nice about black businesses. So I'll just move on to let's just why don't we just talk about all of the stores closing in 2024. It's a list. Yeah. So Party City is closing 35 stores. 99-cent stores are closing all 371 locations. We got Route 21 closing all 540 stores.
Damn.
Family Dollar is closing 15% of their stores, so that's 600 stores. Family Dollar.
Wow.
This inflation is some
Family
bullshit,
Dollar, because ain't nothing family about that fucking dollar store. Them motherfuckers try to arm rob the place while I was at work.
I like
that time. Right, y'all remember that shit?
Oh,
fuck Family Dollar. I hate it.
Oh, God, that was years. That was years ago. You worked at Family Dollar.
Yeah, I still never fucking forgot it.
You remember?
Never forgot it.
Yeah, hold on, you had to go in the back.
Yeah.
Because they were shooting. Oh, wow.
No. That's not what happened. That's not what happened. See, just my luck. It's always my luck. I was on my lunch break. Fine and dandy, minding my own black business. My break is over, so I go to clock in. I'm at the register, just finished clocking in. And in the door, here comes a man, pushing my coworker who's about to leave for her break back inside on the floor.
I remember the story.
Masked up. Can't see his face. Can't see any identifying marks.
Oh my God.
There's 2 registers. Who the fuck does he decide to come to?
You.
Little old me. Open the safe. What?
Wow.
Open the motherfucking safe. I'm not playing with you. You want to die here? I'm like, I don't know the combination, sir. I'm just a regular employee. I can give you the register, if you will. Let me open the register. You can have it. I don't give a fuck about this shit. Fuck this job.
Right.
Oh my God.
This story,
wow.
My manager had to come out from the back and literally put himself in harm's way for me to get out of the way. Because he was not letting me go with the gun in my face. And I'm like, I'm shooketh. Wow.
That's
so
crazy.
Luckily, he saved me, but the coworker that got pushed down to the ground saved all of us, because after she got up from that said ground, she hauled ass out the emergency exit on the other side of the store, which sets off the alarm. Now me,
that's crazy.
I don't know what the fuck's going on. Because I'm in shock that this is happening. Because at first I thought it was a joke. I'm thinking, this cannot be life. Like, what are the odds of this shit happening to me? You know what I'm saying? We always have those conversations and say, oh, this would never happen to me. Or if I was in that situation, I would do this, that, and the third. Bitch, you don't know what the fuck you would do if it came down to it.
I cannot.
Right.
When shit gets rough, shit gets motherfucking rough. And your mind is going 24 miles an hour because your fight or flight takes over, literally. You don't have no control over that shit. So, fuck Family Dollar.
Cool.
Close their asses down. They don't give a fuck about their employees. And I never got my unemployment from that fucking situation either.
Wow.
So fuck them.
Woo.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
Y'all getting too much information.
I'm just saying. Woo. That was a lot. Okay, well, I guess I will save the rest and just follow me online at Marcus Smoot. You can see the rest of the list. Because every time I tried to say something,
no, nope. that's what you need to name the show today. Nope.
Oh God. We'll be back with the Wi-Fi. Oh my God.
Children are truly the most oppressed group in all of society. So I finally watched Quiet on Set. It's a documentary about Nickelodeon, or more specifically the shows produced by Dan Snyder, and how the children who starred in those shows were essentially fed to the fucking wolves. They experienced emotional abuse, body shaming, degradation, child labor law violations, racial microaggressions, and they were made to participate in thinly veiled sexual exploitation and pedophilia. Drake Bell identified himself as the child who was sexually assaulted by Brian Peck, a famous dialogue coach. He was one of a few pedophiles that worked for Nickelodeon around that time. And not only did this sick motherfucker have support from many people in the industry, including at his sentencing, he only did 16 months in prison, and when he got out, they hired him to work at another kid's show. And we love to ask ourselves, how does shit like this happen? How does the abuse and exploitation of children go on for so long with so many witnesses and nobody does shit? How does even the justice system drop the ball when it comes to protecting these children? How are so many parents basically willing to pimp their children? Kids are supposed to be our moral center. They're supposed to be the one group that everybody agrees is worthy of protection. But time and time again, it's proven that that is bullshit. From the government to Hollywood to parents to childless people who don't even think kids should be allowed on a fucking airplane. We do not live in a society that protects or prioritizes children. And they are the most oppressed because they are completely reliant on the adults and the systems that surround them. They don't get to advocate for themselves. They don't get to vote or have opinions. They're barely recognized as humans. We see them as merely extensions of their parents. And the many ways that adults decide to fuck up the world will always be dumped on the heads of little people who can't do anything about it.
Why do you have roaches?
The Why File.
Why do my children hate me?
On WRTR Real Talk Radio.
Why did my vagina burn?
The truth is out there.
Explaining the unexplained. We're answering why to the questions you want to know by taking your tweets at WRTR Radio. We take your emails at WRTRradio@gmail.com, and we take your Facebook messages over on our Facebook and Instagram pages. WRTR, Real Talk Radio, all one name. My name is Marcus Smoot.
My name is Miss Lyric Barato.
And it's your boy, Tigger Man.
All righty, so the what files? Remember, the truth is out there. Who's going first?
I might as well get the negative out the way.
Oh, go ahead. Oh. You got it. You got it.
At least we can end on a good note. Because why people keep playing with me on Facebook? Why people got to be so pathetic all the time? Why do people got to be so miserable all the time? Why do people got to play with me, though?
What's going on?
Why did somebody report my page of me just promoting my damn music? That's all I'm trying to do. Can I live?
Well,
somebody
can I live? Can I do something positive for myself?
Somebody jealous.
I just don't get it. Why you gotta be a hater all your life?
Exactly. What is exactly that they're like trying to report? That you're playing music that isn't yours, or what?
No.
What?
So I've been reported that I'm posting sexually suggestive things, porn, basically. I don't even have any half naked pictures of myself on my Facebook. What are you talking about? Let's see. I'm posting suicidal and violence posts when it's just pictures of myself. Like, I don't understand. Like, why are you doing that? I just don't understand.
Getting a little
Why
too
don't
popular.
you mind your own fucking business?
You haven't understood that people just are intimidated by people doing things that they're not. It's the same kind of vitriol and same kind of hate and same kind of size that you get for music, that I get for posting content about, Black issues and things that I'm passionate about, music, entertainment, yada, yada, yada. And, it's just how people are. I don't know. It is true. Misery loves company. Here we sit literally watching this all play out. So continue to do what you do.
The thing about it is, it's got to be somebody that I know, because my page is so fucking private. Not even jobs can find my motherfucking shit. Like, I took my name off the search engines, like all of that. My shit is locked the fuck down. So that's what's pissing me off even more. Why are you sending me a friend request if you're gonna do all this fuckery and foolishness? Just unfollow me. Just unfriend me. Just stop looking at my shit. Nobody is holding a gun to your head, no pun intended. Look at my shit.
Right.
Like, just keep scrolling or unfollow.
Are they?
Like, I just don't understand the business.
Are they following your personal page or your lyric? The personality page.
My lyric bravado page used to be my private page. It's got all my kids' pictures and all of that stuff on there. So the only thing I did was change the name on there, which I probably should have just created a new one, but I didn't feel like, going through the hassle of making a new page and going through this, and for what? All my stuff is already on there. But now I see I got to figure it out, because why the truth is out there, and I'm ready to lay hands and feet on people.
Don't let it get you down. Like I said, friend, like you gotta realize you're doing well, and people don't like to see you doing better than they are. It's the same reason people speed up when you trying to just get over into the next lane. Like, why is me getting into this lane such a problem for you? You was comfortable when you was back there. But then the moment you see me throw on my blinker, all of a sudden you in a rush to get to where you going. No, it's not how it works, but it is how people act. Keep your head up. Keep doing you. All right, my why. Okay, so this why comes from the artist, which I guess is Prince, because why?
What?
I mean, like, the artist. Okay, anyway.
The artist.
No, this was a dig at us. Ready? This why says, why don't WRTR play music in between segments anymore? So, I don't know the artist, Prince, whatever. Listen. The thing is, we can play certain music. We cannot play any more, like, without copyrights and all these other laws, because we don't just post to one place. We post every place now. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. We're there's clips and snips of us everywhere. So for those reasons, I don't want the email flooded with a whole bunch of copyright violations for us playing old music, or owned music, or music that's owned by someone, and it's frustrating to us, because I like being able to promote artists. I like being able to do certain things. But I mean, even on the show that I posted that lyric, that I think I ended the show with your song. Even on that show, I got violations. But I was like, okay. So anyways, long story short, it's not us. It's the way that the world is set up right now. And listen,
Please send me that so I can see. Because I didn't know you got violated. I swear I didn't send nothing.
No.
So they're really
I'm not saying. Yeah, I'm not saying it's you, but I'm just saying like it was like one of those. Hey, this song belongs to yada yada yada. If you have the rights to use this content, it was like one of those verify that you have the right. So I just clicked yes because I knew that you weren't gonna hit me with a violation. So I was good.
First of all, don't they have to reach out to the person that this music belongs to? Because nobody ever reached out to me and said anything.
Oh wow,
that's what I'm saying. So it's fluke. Facebook is full of shit. No, for real. Because listen, I had a video on there of me talking that got flagged. This music belongs. I'm like, that's my fucking voice. What the fuck? With no even music on it.
Wow.
They playing.
So y'all niggas is playing.
Well,
I'm about to say,
wow.
Fuck that damn platform in a minute, for real. If it wasn't for all my memories and kids' pictures and shit, I would really be like, fuck y'all.
Well, Meta, they creeping up with that bullshit too. Or I'm sorry, Meta at large. So you got Instagram and Facebook under the same umbrella.
Whack.
Where do all the cool kids hang out online nowadays? Because I've been on Reddit lately, and the Reddit. Yeah, I haven't used my actual, Marcus name because everybody knows that name, at least when I start acting out. So I've been going under an alias, and it's different kinds of conversations. Just people be wilding. Let me just say that. Anyways, the truth is out there, Tigger Man. What you got?
My why is, why do people on social media that are friends with you on social media think that you are friends with them outside of social media when they run into you?
Oh,
that's what I want to know. And this random person run into me and was like, "Hey, what's up, Tony? How you doing?" I'm looking like,
wow.
I'm like, do I know you? It was like, yeah, we social media friends on Instagram and Facebook.
Gross.
But I don't communicate with you though. We may be friends, you may follow me, but I don't know you.
Wait, so they
I
can't walk up and speak? So people can't walk up and speak to you?
Not like that.
Like what? I mean, did he thrust his butt in your face? Like what happened?
It was just the way he came to me like he know me.
I'm glad you ain't treat me like that at the crab place. I would have been like,
I was confused a little bit. I was like, hold on, do I know you? Yeah, he was like, yeah. I'm like, dude, I don't know you.
I'm glad you ain't treat me like that at Crafty Crab.
He was like, and then he showed me his page. I was like, okay, I still didn't know who it was. But I was like, hey,
wow.
I'm doing I'm like, really?
Not I have to verify my page. You doing too much.
You hear me?
No.
I don't know you. I'm sorry. Hi, how you doing?
I'm uncomfortable. Yikes.
What's up?
I'm glad you ain't act like that at Crafty Crab when I ran into you, because I would have been like,
oh yeah, you did run into me. Your son.
Oh, you're not gonna speak? Oh, all right.
She's like, Tony, I'm
yeah.
like, Taylor. No, but we actually friends. We know each other.
He be acting bougie in public like shit.
I was like, hold on. I kept looking like, do I know you?
Hold on, Lyric. Did you say Crafty Crab?
Yeah.
Okay, so how come everybody keep running to you at Crafty Crab? How much time are you spending there?
No, this
Check
was
on your
other
friends,
location.
y'all.
No, I go there on Fridays to support two of my friends that are bartenders. So I go to support them, but they're normally at the Largo location, but the Largo location was closed that day, so they was bartending at the District Heights location.
So,
is it just them two? Because if it was one of them, don't know how to make no drink. Because I ordered one and left that shit right on the table because it was nasty and tea.
That must have been a girl. It was a girl that made that, because the guy JR, he makes good drink. It's normally two guys. Yeah, she's I know her too though, but she,
Well, I was big mad because it was nasty and tea.
Okay. That wraps it up for this week's Wild.
All right.
So wise all the time, like why we can't say nice things about anybody today without lyric poo-pooing it up. So
y'all want me to lie? I mean, that's just not me. I'm gonna tell the truth all the way across the board. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Well, thankfully for us, it's all downhill from here. We're talking news to make you nauseous up next. Really bad.
You know, I don't know what homophobic ass black person needs to hear this, but homosexuality is not the agenda that's here to destroy the black community. I don't even think homosexuality is remotely a problem in the black community. If anything, it has moved us forward several times, but y'all don't understand your own history and refuse to learn it, so here we are. I don't think gayness, homosexuality, or any member of the LGBTQ community has ever been a problem as to what we talk about as the grander scale of why black people can't move forward and unite. It's not gay people's fault. You know what is a problem in the black community? Toxic masculinity amongst black men that make them insatiably violent toward black women. That might be a problem. You just punched your sixth baby mama in the motherfucking face, but you worried about that gay man. It's probably because you want to fuck him because he look good in a dress and you confused about it. But let's go on and talk about something else, because I know y'all not worried about gay people. Sir, why are you worried about studs taking your women? You don't even like grown women. You like little ass girls. You and your weird ass homeboys posted up outside of a high school picking out freshmen that you want. You 35 with a 15-year-old ass girlfriend. That might be a problem in the black community. Yeah. A problem in the black community. Ain't y'all doing drive-by sucker punches in New York? Why the fuck is you worried about gay people? A problem in the black community. You got a rapist homeboy that you ain't turned in. This is his 5th time doing it. You ain't said shit, but it's gay people? That's very interesting. Homophobic black women, don't y'all go nowhere either. Y'all worried about these bisexual men. There's a lot of y'all out there making that little clout chasing ass content. You worried about bisexual men, but you raising your 3-year-old son to be your husband. He ain't gonna be no heartbreaker. That's your son, not your boyfriend. Stop treating him like that. Y'all got incestuous relationship with y'all sons, but it's gay people's problem. Interesting. You got mother wounds so deep that they almost motherfucking genetic. They part of your goddamn DNA. You beating your daughter into puberty early. You got your baby girl going through puberty at 11 years old because you done turned into your mama. Now you calling her fast because she grown at 15. She ain't fast. That's your fucking fault. You're abusive. Homophobic black people beating their children like slaves, but y'all worried about my pronouns? Free them fucking kids. Speaking of kids, why the fuck y'all keep letting that weird ass uncle around them? I don't think gay people are the problem. I really don't. It might be that funny ass uncle though. Let them babies wear them shorts and keep that motherfucker from around y'all kids. That might be the motherfucking problem. Yeah. Ma'am, you got a bum that fuck on your kids living on your couch and you won't listen to him and kick him out because you rather have a man than a good relationship with your children. You might want to worry about that. Y'all could worry about that funky ass white Jesus that enslaved your ancestors, who somehow y'all got convinced that are demons. Y'all might want to worry about that. Ma'am, you ought to worry about that fucking respectability politics and why you got white people thinking you wearing a bonnet in public is bad. Worry about that. Worry about that. Worried about the political illiteracy in our community, not gay people. Y'all ain't got no fucking clue what's going on. Y'all just going out and voting and then wondering why shit ain't getting better for us. Worry about that. Yeah, worry about that. Worry about why y'all can't advance. Y'all out here just facing generational curses and just recreating them, but you worried about gay people. I don't think gay people are the problem. I really don't. I really, really, really don't. Y'all giving y'all fucking money to Creflo Dollar, but you worried about pronouns. Interesting. I just wanted to know what was wrong with y'all on this fine Sunday. Amen. Amen.
And now, say what? News to make you nauseous on WRTR Real Talk Radio. Let's go.
These are some of the stories you might not read about in the New York Times, the Washington Post, or the Wall Street Journal. It's news to make you nauseous. You're up, Tigger.
Well, mine is something that you would read. Okay, well, anyway, Say what? New Jersey.
Say what?
DJ Academics is being sued for rape and defamation by a woman who alleges his two friends raped her shortly before he did, brutally penetrating her. According to court documents filed by, her name's Fasia Abashi. Fasia Abashi. Abashi. She is suing him for rape and defamation. Abashi says she met Academics online, and on July 16, 2022, after a year of not seeing each other, he allegedly invited her to his home. She says when she arrived, she was greeted by two men who she wasn't expecting to be there. Per the documents, Abashi says the two men spiked her drink before raping her on Academics' pool deck. The documents go on to say that she allegedly was woken up by Academics at around 4 a.m. on July 17, 2022. She claims Academics was pulling her hair, prying open her legs, and brutally raping her. Abashi also accuses Academics of penetrating her anally and vaginally, and says she was begging him to stop and crying for most of the assault, but losing her ability to move physically. She says the next morning, after asking Academics what happened, Academics showed her a video of her allegedly being assaulted by the two men on the pool deck. Abashi provided text messages that allegedly showed Academics telling her to get tested and that he would do the same. Academics spoke on this incident previously as well, stating that he was passed out drunk and saw on his surveillance camera that a girl he was messing with had a threesome with his friends. Abashi says it was no threesome, though she claims it was rape.
Wow. I'm more prone to believing victims always until, things, undevelop or develop rather. But, Academics, I don't know. He doesn't strike me as that type of person, but
those are the ones. Those are the
but
ones.
Lyric is gonna say something, I'm sure. Go ahead.
Those are the ones.
Yes, I am, because guess what? There is video evidence that has also been circulating around Instagram. If you're able to find it, you will see him stumbling all around. Indeed, he's drunk, but you'll also hear a woman screaming for bloody murder in the background, yelling for help.
That's crazy.
I knew it.
So he done deactivated his social media accounts and everything because he know people was coming after him.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, fuck niggas, it's your season to get that ass exposed. I'm loving this. Yes, goodbye. Get him out. God, go. All right. Did you want to go, Miss Lyric, or me?
Sure, I definitely will. And say what? St. Louis, Missouri.
Say what?
A 15-year-old McDonald's employee was left with a fractured skull after a man stomped on her head in St. Louis.
Oh my God! Yes.
Johnny Ricks, 25, is accused of stomping and punching a 15-year-old employee, Araya Lynch, at McDonald's on Parker Road. St. Louis County Police Department said Ricks was a customer. He got upset and then proceeded to destroy an electronic menu board by throwing a tray at it. That's when they said employees told him to leave and escorted him outside, and that's when an argument happened. The video shows a man who police says is Rick grab an employee in a red shirt, drag her by her hair, and then stomp on her head. As she gets up, police said Rick swung at her, hitting her in the head again. Araya suffered a concussion and got out of surgery on Wednesday for a broken nose, according to her stepmom, Shanique Phillips. Ricks is now being held on a $150,000 cash-only, no 10% bond at the St. Louis County Justice Center on charges of felony assault and property damage in the second degree.
Mm-hmm. I saw the video. There's a video. I saw it.
Yes.
That's crazy. crazy. And he was a big dude too, a tall big dude. And this little ass girl.
Yep. It was terrible.
Yep.
I said, ooh, baby.
This kind of stuff. Ooh. Y'all wildin'. Y'all are really wildin'.
Because he wouldn't have made it to no jail. Just saying.
Man. All right. So Dan Schneider got me feeling like all perverts are like insidious and hidden, you know. So I be like looking at shit differently. So, anyways, thankfully that is not the reality for the majority of you, because a lot of y'all are stupid, and it shows. You're not as, I guess, sneaky with it like Dan Schneider. But anyways, say what, Florida?
Say what?
So a Florida man tried to become a police officer, right? But his application failed. So he instead went to jail. He went to the jail after admitting, under questioning, how he tried to abuse a young girl with little sexual games when he was a teenager.
What?
Yeah. So, like, basically in the eval, in the evaluation part, they ask you all kinds of questions.
Right. Yeah.
Well, one of the things, it kind of prompted the person to ask more, the investigator to ask a little bit more pointed questions. And he's like, oh, well, when I was a teenager, this is what I did. And, we would just play little sexual games. And they were like, sir, we're not hiring. You're not right for this job. Matter of fact, go ahead on and we need to talk to you now. So his dumbass has landed himself in a whole bunch of legal trouble when he should, and you know what's crazy? I don't even think incidences like this are isolated. I believe that they happen more often than not. It's always some weird ass fuck show of a situation or circumstance with somebody in their past, and it's always shows. Anyway,
that's crazy. That is crazy.
Dum.
Right, exactly.
If you want these and more nauseating news stories, follow us on our socials. All right, Lyric, what we talking about up next on Real Talk?
Well, this week for Real Talk, we are focusing on the teacher who was terminated for allowing his female students to remove his braids, and him making content about it and posting it. The teacher was fired over this because of all that public outrage, and I kind of wanted to get everybody's thoughts about how they felt. Do they feel like he was rightfully fired if he did too much, or do you think he should have gotten a warning? So that's what we're talking about this week.
All right. Excellent. Collect your thoughts and we'll be right back.
First and foremost, I do agree that it was a bad decision not only to allow that, but to post it on the internet with the name of the school prominently displayed on your shirt. Even from a security standpoint, I feel that most administrations would have a problem with that. Generally, I don't like that teachers have normalized using their students for content, because that often makes them a part of discourse that they did not sign up for and that they do not understand. From what I've seen, most of the people who have issues with that are not calling that man a predator. They're simply saying that it's inappropriate and unprofessional. Something can be inappropriate without being sexual or even without intention, especially when it involves a power dynamic like teacher to student. Y'all are also being disingenuous with the this is why there are no black male educators. Y'all tear them down. He brought that video to the internet for people to discuss. And just because some people think he crossed the boundary does not mean they don't respect the contributions of black male educators. Now, I do see the other side as well, and y'all know that's big for me because I can be an absolutist. Teachers are often called beyond the limits of their professional duties to the point where they become village members for their students. I've seen teachers purchase food, clothes, and even medical supplies for less fortunate students. Was that professional? Technically not, but they were simply trying to be a safe space for students who do not have one at home. But as a former student, I've also bared witness to how those friendships between teachers and students can get blurred very quickly. Mind you, he referred to those kids as his best friends in that video. I've seen how well-intentioned teachers ended up in trouble because they crossed boundaries with students they formed bonds with by allowing them to break certain rules, talking to them about their personal lives. This is especially true for younger teachers who can easily be mistaken as peers. This is across all genders because I remember how those basketball players used to talk about that one friendly female teacher whose classroom they hung around in after school. And as I always say, multiple things can be true at one time. While this is a lesson for him, I actually hope he doesn't lose his job. I've seen parents of those students testifying to how good he is with their children in helping them learn and grow, and I don't want those babies to lose that. But I do think that additional caution should be taken when interacting with students for the protection of both teacher and student, and that especially goes for posting the interactions on the internet.
Keeping it 100. It's Real Talk. On WRTR, Real Talk Radio. We keep it real.
Alrighty, we're back inside Real Talk. And this week we're talking about that teacher with the braids that seemed like a cool teacher. So if you don't know, there's been this video circulating on social media. I think it started on TikTok, right, Larry?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it started on TikTok where black teacher, widely known apparently by students for being that cool teacher that, that one out of your high school or out of your school that everybody likes and, just seems to get along with. He's a little bit more young. He's a little bit more connected with children and they identify. Anyways, so a video surfaced to where he was, sitting down, having a whole bunch of students around him, and they were just taking out the man's braids. I guess it was time for him to get his hair done. Lyric, you may have the details.
Yeah, so the video was posted online for everyone to see. The context was it was right before dismissal, and they asked him if they could take his hair down. He said yes. He also has had videos of them painting his nails as well. Just different content with him interacting with these students. But this particular video of these female students rubbed the public the wrong way. Mm-hmm. There was a huge outcry of people disagreeing with him even doing it. A lot of people said it was inappropriate. Some people thought that, if the parents were okay with it, then people should just mind their business. Some people thought they were reading way too much into it. Some people said he went overboard. Some people said he was grooming. Some people said he was just trying to be a stand-up teacher and relating to his students. And I just wanted to get you guys' opinions about how you felt about it, because he was actually fired over this video. And before he was fired, he did make a reply video basically saying that the school knew about his content because he constantly posted. Mm-hmm. He had the parents whose students were in his videos sign waivers, giving their permission for their children to be in these videos. And it was just very interesting that now all of a sudden this one little video is what caused him to be terminated from his place of employment. Okay. So let's talk about it. How do you guys feel about it?
So after hearing your overall explanation of it, I feel a little bit more, a little bit different than I did at first, because I'm going to be honest, it's been a crazy week for me, so I haven't really read into the intricacies of the stories, but I have seen the video itself surface. Now, initially, I would think, like, my knee-jerk response is, these are kids, and
that's inappropriate.
And that's why do you have them doing your hair? And why, out of all the things that you could be doing with the children, to enrich, to get closer, all of this, you chose this particular activity. That was my knee-jerk response.
Yeah, to let them physically touch you. Yeah.
Right.
Touch you
now,
like that.
After hearing your, the broader story here, lesson here, y'all. Remember, after you read and you hear more about it, then you formulate different opinions. Lesson. Anyways, after hearing more about it, I still kind of feel maybe it's a step out of the direction that we in the opposite direction that we want to go. Like, while I feel like his intentions were innocent, I do feel like I said, I mean, I made the joke earlier in the last segment about Dan Schneider making me feel like, I got to side eye everything I watch now. Even with that mentality, now I kind of look at it and I'm like, you know what? Maybe we should steer away from even situations that people could be outraged about shit like this, because people are going to nitpick, especially like for us. I get that it's a cultural thing. It's like a cultural staple for us, doing hair, and that's how we bond. And, that's how Black people have always bonded, especially Black women. Black women get together. You never know what what kind of magic they can come up with. But I do know that beauty salon is a staple for a lot of strong Black women that I know even to this day. So I don't know. I kind of see both sides of it, but I do feel in the age that we're trying to be a lot more inclusive, that we're trying to be PC, that we're trying to look at how people move and determine whether, people are safe and not. Like, I feel like in these particular moments, perhaps we should slow down just a little bit and analyze, just, kind of think, could this go left? It's sort of like you have to think you have to be a step ahead of the perverts, as creepy as that sounds.
And that's the whole thing. But that's the whole thing. A lot of people are thinking, okay, this is harmless, but what's going to happen next?
Right.
It's like that's the whole thing. That's what they're thinking. Okay, he's allowing these little kids to touch him like his hair, taking his hair out, like he's like bonding with them physically now. And so, what's going to happen next?
Well, even if it didn't go in that direction, even if it's not a setup, for something creepy to happen, you kind of just have to be in that mental space that, hey, you know what? If this went, like, the whole purpose of creating content is, yes, you want to do, you want to create memories and things, but you also, like, people do this for following. They do it to generate numbers for more people to view, for more people to see. And every time that you post something, once you put it out there, it's out for so many different kind of interpretations. You could post one thing just being funny in your own little sick social circle type of mind, but be viewed completely different by someone who may or may not have the experiences that you have. So I don't know. I don't think he made a good decision there, bro.
Yeah, he shouldn't have done that, but I don't think he should have been fired. Like I said, he could have gotten a warning and be like, this is inappropriate. This is school. This is inappropriate. It'll be different if the kids were older. It'll be different if those kids were older and they had that whole salon. Because like when I was in high school, they had that cosmetology class. Now that'll be different if it was in there. But those kids were younger. And what was that? An elementary school? Or
middle school?
That was a middle school. So there's no so that wouldn't be there. So that's considered as inappropriate.
Stop, pause. Cosmetology school? Cosmetology class?
Yeah.
In middle school?
No, in high school. High school. Yeah. Because when I was in school, because I used to go there to get my hair done when I was in high school.
Are you there?
Yeah, I used to go there and get my hair done. I used to let them do it. I used to let them cornrow my hair and stuff.
I took cosmetology class too in high school. Wow. And home ec. They had home ec, but that's not necessarily true though, because they had home ec in middle school.
Yeah, I had home ec. Mm-hmm. Yeah, home ec was a thing.
We had home ec too.
In high school and middle school.
Yeah, I did home ec too. Yeah.
In high school? Middle
No,
school?
high school was middle school. Home ec was middle school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah,
I don't know.
You got to be more careful. You got to be more smarter. Because you never know.
Well, before I give my 2 cents about it, I'm going to read my responses that I received on Facebook. So there was a comment that said from Vince. He says that it was highly inappropriate. I'm not sure about him getting fired, maybe suspension for a period. He's probably a young teacher and didn't think nothing of it, but he has to know those young ladies are impressionable and any kind of attention like that can be misleading. So I get that. Let's see. I have one from Jennifer as well. And she says, in the words of Charlene, he was out of order, sending the wrong message, bordering on grooming, not hair I'm talking about. Now, if it was a public salon or a cosmetology class, that would be different. But this was inappropriate. Okay, so now for my opinion, I just feel a way. I do. And I feel a way because I feel like if you're going to do this and vilify one person, it needs to be that way across the board. I can count how many videos I've seen of female teachers, white, black, brown, purple, whatever the case may be, female teachers all up in these children's heads. Or I just seen one where a female teacher was getting her hair done, ponytail, an actual ponytail rocked by one of her students.
I've seen that too.
Was she fired? Absolutely not. Nope. She was not. So my thing is, if you're going to have this rule of everything being just inappropriate and not it be innocent, except for when it comes to a black male teacher, have those rules all the way across the board for every teacher in every school district in every state. Because I personally think he was vilified. I sat there and actually researched and looked at all of his videos. And the amount of support that he was getting, even from people who actually personally knew him in the comments, you can tell he was not that type of person.
Right, yeah, because he was also, he had a video reading the messages that he's gotten from so many people and was crying.
I saw that too. I saw the amount of support he was getting from some of those students' parents that were in there, that he helps tutor children after school, that he's helped raise the grades of some of their kids, how he's inspired some of their kids to want to learn more by themselves, and be motivated more so in school. So I just felt a way. I don't feel like he should have been fired. If the school was already allowing him to make content, it just looked really weird how now all of a sudden this one video is, he's fired.
And it's because of the public.
It was definitely the public outcry.
It was the public.
It was definitely that. I just feel like he should have just had a conference and they just told him not to make content no more.
Exactly.
His livelihood should not have been compromised over this video. I'm so sorry about it. I don't care who disagrees. That's the way that I feel.
No, I agree with it. I agree.
But because of the backlash, the school district made him a liability.
Wow.
So that's why they had to fire him. I don't agree with that at all, because it's going to be so hard for him to move forward and try to find something else, because this kind of puts a stain on his name. Kind of like how they do black male celebrities in Hollywood. Once that target's on your back, it's kind of hard to shake that off.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
even if nothing was proved and it's completely innocent, once your name has something attached to it like that, it's very hard to move forward in life. And that's what makes it most sad for me, is because y'all had all this energy for this young man, but y'all don't have all this energy for these real child pedophiles and these women teachers who is actually fucking and getting pregnant by these students. I've read a story where this teacher was pregnant by a 10-year-old. Her 10-year-old student. Are you kidding me?
I heard of 14.
And guess what the comment said? Where was she at when I was in school? Stop the bullshit. Stop the bullshit. Let it be the same all the way across the board. If it's inappropriate for one, it got to be inappropriate for the other.
For all.
Personally, I don't think any of y'all should be touching nobody. Y'all shouldn't be touching.
Period. And just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Yep.
But that's why the schools are in the state that they're in now, because you have some teachers who really care and really want to help these students move forward, and then you got these assholes who are just here for a paycheck. They don't care whether your kid passes or fails, for real. They just want 3 o'clock to hurry up and get here because they gotta go home and turn up and act ratchet with their friends and shit on the weekends. Like, that's real. So it's just unfortunate that you really had this young man who looked like he really wanted to, make a difference in his students' lives and have this happen. It's sad all the way across the board.
Right. There aren't enough kind hearts and people that actually care. So, bro, man, like I said, I see what you were doing, but damn, and it's not even your fault in particular. It's the way that this world is and the way that these creepos move, yo. My heart goes out because, wow. Okay. Anyway, so I guess that wraps up this week's WRTR Real Talk Radio. Miss Lyric, thank you. Tigger Man, thank you.
Of course.
Thank you.
Of course.
And
grassy ass.
every one of y'all. And
Thank you for letting me be myself.
Oh.
Mad. Because I was big mad today.
Hey.
It's my therapy session. Thanks.
All right.
Listen, it helps. Take heed. We'll see y'all next week.
Bye.
WRTR Real Talk Radio.
Episode featured content from TikTok creators Chris the Author, GIY Only One, I Am Lonnie B, and Shades of Ace _, using our platform to amplify your voices.